Good morning everyone. Today we will see this flow chart which will going to help you to understand about the various parts of nervous system. Already we have discussed about the structure of brain, but let's see all different parts of nervous system. As you all can see, nervous system is divided in two parts, that is CNS and PNS. Central nervous system, peripheral nervous system. Now you see that central nervous system is further divided into brain and spinal cord, whereas peripheral nervous system is divided into the nerves, cranial nerves, spinal nerves, visceral nerves. We will be taking each part in detail. Now see brain. Brain is divided into forebrain, midbrain, hindbrain. Forebrain, the largest portion is cerebrum, and thalamus and hypothalamus comes under diencephalon. Second part of brain, midbrain, no division, but main function is to connect forebrain to hindbrain. Now see, hindbrain is divided into three parts: cerebellum, pons, medulla. So I think parts of brain are clear. Diagram I had already discussed with you of human brain, where you all saw the parts of brain in forebrain, midbrain and hindbrain. Now spinal cord. Spinal cord, it is a long cord-like cylindrical structure arising from medulla, that means this portion. Full name of medulla is medulla oblongata. So spinal cord is arising from medulla oblongata, and the spinal cord is covered by the vertebral column for its protection. Vertebral column, you all know, is also called backbone. Let's talk about in brief about PNS. The nerves which are coming from brain are called cranial nerves. The nerves which are coming from spinal cord are called spinal nerves. And the special kind of nerves that mostly arise from spinal cord and are connected to the internal organ. Okay, as you know, this term visceral refers to internal organ. So mostly all the nerves which are coming from spinal cord are connected to the internal organ comes under visceral nerves. Now we will be taking, because forebrain was already discussed with you, we will be taking all the parts of brain. So let's start with the forebrain first part, cerebrum. As you all can see, it is a dome shaped structure and is considered as the roof of the brain. Okay, it is the part of forebrain and it has the main thinking portion of the brain. So let's talk about its function. It is main thinking portion. Second functioning, it is responsible for reasoning. Responsible for reasoning. Like the reasons we give, it is just because of cerebrum. Speech, it controls our speech. Intelligence, and usage of information. So you can see various functions of cerebrum, which is the main portion of our brain and is considered roof of the brain. Now let's talk about the areas in the cerebrum. As you know, it is the largest part of the brain, so it has various areas. We cannot only say that this is the portion cerebrum. We should know about the areas. So let's talk about its important areas. The first area of cerebrum is sensory area. And the function of sensory area is to receive impulse, or rather impulses, from our sense organs. You all know what are sense organs: skin, eyes, ears, nose. So all these sensory areas send the impulses to the cerebrum. So cerebrum has sensory area region. Second is association area. Now this area interpret sensory information by relating it to the previous experience and information from the other receptors. Like suppose you see any object. I'm just giving you an example. You see any object and previously also you have seen that object. So what will happen? Your memory will relate you that object and you will recognize that object. Okay, like suppose you see a glass, and why you say it a glass? Because previously also you have seen that object and you have learned that this is a glass. So that information will be like just because of your previous experience. Okay, so such areas are association area. Okay, let's talk about motor area. This term you have heard, motor term you have heard in reflex action. I told you motor nerves, they bring information from the brain and send it to the muscles. So like all impulses are received impulses are received to muscles and glands. Okay, so this is the role of cerebrum of forebrain. So this much for today. We will continue other parts of forebrain tomorrow. Thank you.